Reporting starts on day one, and we believe in giving you complete control and visibility over results. In the next 5 minutes, I'll show you how to use the EF Corporate Reporting Center to help you monitor your training investment. Upon logging in, you'll see the live performance summary dashboard. Here you can check if your currently enrolled students are on track to meeting the learning goals agreed with them. The most important metric to follow is not hours studied, but students being on track to the agreed study targets. In the scenario here, the agreed target is to complete one EF English level, but you can work with EF to set the study targets appropriate for your students. The traffic light system clearly shows those on track to meet the study targets. We call these high performers. Those active in the school but not studying enough to reach the targets. And those who have not studied in the last 90 days. We call these inactives. From each of these bars, you can link directly to the student list for detailed information on the students and their activity. This can be used for immediate follow-up with the students or their managers by exporting the report to Excel. We'll take a look at this report in more detail in a moment. Note that throughout the reporting center, you can change what divisions, products, countries, and start date months you see in your report from the Change button. You can also use these buttons to view the data broken down by month the student was enrolled or business units that they're in. The dashboard also includes a quick activity summary which reports average level progression at the current pace for the green and yellow students, average number of logins, average study time, and lessons completed over the past 30 days. The arrows let you know if the trend is moving up or down to help you monitor any patterns in the learning behavior. Now let's return to the topic of in-depth data. When you want to see the activity of all of your students, the best thing to do is to navigate to the Activity Reports tab. And to find out how each of your students is progressing, click on View All Enrolled Students. This will provide the all-time progress for the student in their current course. This report will only show enrolled learners. You will not see any students who have expired course licenses. Now let's take a look. This is the same data set that you would see from clicking on one of the colored bars from the performance summary, but now all of the colors are represented in one simple report. You can adjust what personal and activity data you see by clicking on the Change Data view. A few I want to point out again are the status column, which indicates if the learner is a high performer, active or inactive, as well as progress to target, which shows how close the student is to completing his or her study goal. You can export this report to Excel to filter or analyze in more detail. On occasion, you may want to find out the activity that took place in a specific amount of time. Perhaps you want to know who your top 3 students were last month. In order to do that, use the zoom in function and select the date range for the activity you want to see. You'll now see only the activity data for the selected time range, metrics like study hours, lessons completed, or conversation classes. Another way to export activity reports is to search by intake date or student start date. Use this function when you want to see data for courses that have expired. Enter a date range that will capture the enrollment date of the students you want to find. For example, if I want to see all students who've had a course since the beginning of 2014, I would enter January 1, 2014 until today's date. This will create an activity report showing all courses a student has had and his or her study data. In some cases, you may see 2 rows, which indicate 2 courses or 2 separate licenses for that student during the selected time range. A final option you have is to search for activity data by individual student email addresses here. The Corporate Reporting Center also provides reports on any tests the students have taken, such as placement tests or speaking proficiency tests. We hope this reporting tool arms you with the right information to monitor your program and motivate your students. If you have any questions, please check the help section for frequently asked questions and live chat support, which may be available in your region. Thank you.